Welcome to the lecture on methods of curing. First, we shall discuss what is the curing. Curing is the process of preventing the loss of moisture from the concrete while maintaining a satisfactory temperature. We all know that to achieve strength of concrete, cement is the key ingredient, and concrete by virtue of cement gains strength by hydration process. After adding water in concrete, hydration process immediately starts and strength is gained gradually. To achieve this, necessary water in the form of moisture is required to be maintained in concrete. To avoid loss of moisture, curing is required. Curing is also a key player in mitigating cracks in the concrete, which severely impacts durability. So this is all about curing. So curing is nothing but it is the watering process. The water should be given to the concrete. In other words, you can say the moisture content in the concrete should be maintained. So for what purpose this moisture required in the concrete? So concrete gains strength due to heat of hydration. When the heat of hydration start or gaining of the strength start, there will be heat of hydration, and in that process concrete requires moisture. Unless and until moisture is there, you will not find the hydration process. For this purpose, moisture should be there in the concrete, and that's why we have to go for this curing. Curing is the key element. At the same time, it mitigates the cracks. So due to proper curing, no cracks will get developed in the concrete. Now there are various types of curing. The ways, the methods of giving water or to give the moisture to the concrete. One is the ponding method, next is the sprinkling, then wet coverings, sealing the concrete, and last is steam curing. We shall discuss one by one. First is ponding. Concrete for flat surfaces such as pavements, side walls, and slabs can be cured by ponding. Ponding is undesirable if the concrete will be exposed to early freezing. So, for horizontal surfaces like slabs, pavements, this ponding method is used. So, here you can see in this sketch, this is the slab. Slab is completed, and now the complete slab it is provided with the pond. So, here you can say these are the small horizontal levees and these are the transverse levee. Due to this, their squares or grids are formed. So these are the ponds, and then these are filled up with the help of water, so that during the heat of hydration, the water, the moisture can be used by the concrete. So in case of slabs, in case of pavements, normally this ponding method is used. The complete top surface it is ponded with the help of water, and that's why it is called as ponding method, or this type of ponds are formed. Next is sprinkling. As its name suggests, the water is sprinkled on the concrete surface. So sprinkling is an excellent method of curing. If it is done at intervals, care must be taken to prevent the concrete from drying the applications of water. When a fine spray of water is continuously applied, the possibility of creasing or cracking due to alternate cycle of wetting and drying can be minimized. So sprinkling is nothing but the water is sprinkled with the help of different types of sprinkler arrangement on the concrete surface, and this sprinkling is done at different intervals. So based on the climatic condition, based on the temperature, the sprinkling should be done. So the concrete surface should not allow to get dried. In our locality, normally the watering is given with the help of plastic tubes. Directly the concrete surfaces are wetted with the help of these tubes. So in case of this, the continuous application of water spraying should be there, so that no creasing or cracks, this type of cracks will not get developed on the concrete surface. Next is wet covering. This is a widely used method of curing, particularly for structural concrete. Thus, exposed surface of the concrete is prevented from drying out of covering it with the help of gunny bags. Gunny bags are used. पोतेचे जे गोणे असतात, पोते itself, those are used for covering the concrete surfaces. The covering over vertical and sloping surface should be secured properly. These are periodically wetted. The interval of wetting will depend upon the rate of evaporation of water. It should be ensured that the surface of concrete is not allowed to dry even for a short time during the curing period. Special arrangements for keeping the surface wet must be made at nights and on holidays. So in case of wet covering, the concrete surfaces are covered with the help of gunny bags. बारदाना म्हणतो आपण त्याला, त्या बारदाण्याने ते झाकायचं आणि देन इट इज वेटेड. ते प्रॉपरली वेट करायचं. दिस इज द मोस्ट कॉमनली यूज मेथड इन आवर लोकॅलिटी अँड विथ दिस द क्युरिंग कॅन बी प्रॉपरली डन. It should not be allowed to dry, so frequent watering is required. Now sealing the concrete. Sealing the concrete surface may be done by means of waterproof papers, plastic sheets, liquid membrane forming compounds and forms left in place. One important advantage of this group of method is that periodic addition of water are not required. These methods assure the hydration of cement by preventing loss of water from the concrete. They should be applied as soon as the concrete has hardened sufficiently to prevent surface damage and after concrete has been thoroughly moist. So in case of this sealing the concrete method, this concrete is completely sealed with the help of various types of sheets, even membranes. So this is done when concrete has gained sufficient strength. Afterwards, for heat of hydration, to continue heat of hydration, it is covered with the help of various types of membranes. Next is steam curing. Steam curing can be used to advantage where early strength gain in concrete is important or where additional heat is required to accomplish hydration as in cold weather condition. The steam curing is used. Normally the steam curing, there are two methods of steam curing. Curing in live steam at atmospheric pressure and curing in high pressure steam autoclaves. So these methods can be best used in precast concrete work. In steam curing, the temperature of steam should be restricted to a maximum of 75 degrees centigrade. As in the absence of proper humidity, the concrete may dry too soon. In case of hot weather, curing temperature may be raised to any limit up to 100 degree centigrade. So steam curing is normal use in case of precast concrete work. So this is all about various curing methods. Thank you.